Hello, welcome back, chess fans, to another video by yours truly. And in this video, I'm going to do my very first game review video. This is a game that I played that I thought was very instructive. Even though I won this game, I also found that I had some things to learn as well from this game. So strap in, buckle up, and let's get started. So the game starts out with d4. I've been leaning t more towards d4 lately. Um, a safer game for me. Not as comfortable with e4 openings. Opponent plays e6, trying to circumnavigate. He's trying to be a little more flexible in his openings, which I respect. C4. And yeah, and here we have a queen's gambit. I play the standard knight c3 and bishop b4, which is okay. This can transpose into the Ragozin, I think, and into standard queen's gambit territory. Knight f3. I like this kind of setup. Very safe setup. Very hard to mess up. uh, I'm not so worried about this pin. If the bishop takes, I just capture back I, with the pawn. I'm not really worried about it. Um, right, continue. And here my opponent makes the first mistake, which I think this is a bigger mistake than the computer lets on. About h6, tries to just defend against bishop g5, which white isn't really threatening. And this is where a lot of players, when they play openings, they'll try to reinvent the wheel. And really, openings are established for a reason. It's where you put the pieces in the first 10 moves of the game. And when you try to h6 is the kind of move that kind of tries to make your own opening. It's kind of crazy to me. But yeah, don't reinvent the wheel. Just look up some openings. This is a basic opening. I would say basic opening. Queen's Gambit. You have to know this. Uh, at least a few moves of it and some plans. That's all you need. Um, but I developed my bishop. Um, E3 is a little better here, but I'm not really worried. I'm getting a bishop off the back rank. And here's another mistake. Knight c6. It's putting a knight in front of a pawn in the Queen's Gambit. The reason why this is just is not very good is because you're just cramping in your position. Your pieces have fewer squares to go to on your side of the board. It's a lot less flexible. A lot less flexible. A better move, let me do this, would be, well, knight f6. Just keep these back. And sure, black is behind in development, so white is still a little better here. But so yeah, white is still a little better here because black is still behind in development. Three pieces out to two and two pawns in the center. Um, but it's not the end of the world here. E3. I like to put my bishop outside of the pawn chain. Um, Also, this pawn is under pressure by this bishop here. And here I make a mistake. I didn't really know this was a mistake at the time. I thought I was just developing a bishop. And I knew that this is kind of a theme that I would just have to put up with. But I actually have a better move here. In, uh, in either queen c2 or rook c1. So we're going to put rook c1, and it says it's the best move. So yeah, just putting all the pieces on the best squares possible. And my position is very good here. Uh, yeah, probably he should have taken here to force my bishop to move a second time in the opening. So I castle, he takes my my knight, which is ironically the best move. I didn't think it would be, but it does weaken e4. And now he plays knight e4. Um, so yeah, moving a second piece in the opening, allowing white to do this. And here I played a worse move. I exchanged the bishop for the knight here, thinking that after here and here and here, this structure is a little awkward, but this for black to handle, but this becomes kind of annoying due to g5 ideas um, and I have to actually be really careful here. This structure is actually fairly common in the Lasker variation of the Queen's Gambit declined. So if you like this kind of structure as black, look at some of those. Except Lasker plays a lot better than this player, of course. A better move for me, retry, probably just Queen C2. Keep the pressure. Let's see if I'm wrong. Yeah, it's fine. Um, White is enormously better here due to a lead in development, and I, it is White is now in the middle game. Black still has to get his bishop off the board, and oops, still has to get his bishop off the back rank and connect rooks. So, yeah, Queen C2 would have been better. Knight D2, F5, yeah, and here I have to be a little careful. Um, And the fun thing about chess is that you don't know the evaluation during the game. So I just evaluated this as better for me because my side is easy to handle. That's all that I was thinking. My pieces, my structures are easy to handle. This bishop on c8 sucks. And that's all that was going through my mind. Um, so we continue. I try to break out because there's a g5 threat on the board. G5, pushing pawns in front of your king when you're not threatening to win material. Uh, it's not the greatest idea. Bishop back, this is a very easy move to see. Um, Again, I don't think pushing pawns in front of your king, castled king, is the best idea. But I still have to be very careful here. I have um, playing pawn takes and then pawn takes back and bishop e1 and e3 is very bad for me. I have to be very careful in that situation. I may be able to get rid of that thorn, but it's not a position that I want to play. So I went back with my bishop, took there, I took back with the knight, get it back to the prime square. Again, pushing more pawns. This king is like really open, and this is going to spell Black's doom. And still, these pieces are locked away from participating in the game, whereas I have these pieces um, that are going to be able to do some work, and only this rook is out of the battle. So I go back. Not the worst move, um, but this is a little better just to take a tempo on the queen. Uh, Oh, by the way, this is a 30-minute game. I probably should have said that earlier. But this is a 30-minute game, so we are thinking about our moves. We're trying to find the best idea. Or I'm trying to find the best ideas. H5. Still pushing pawns when his pieces are locked away. This is a very common ailment um, for amateurs, including myself. I'm also guilty of this. I get so wrapped up in my own ideas here that I just forget that, oh, my bishop is stuck. Oh, my rook kind of doesn't isn't participating. Why aren't my pieces coordinating? And then wonder why my pieces aren't coordinating. So yeah, um, but this is okay. Um, Rook, yeah, here we are. Very nice. Just get a tempo. Notice that it's +4 due to more development and just being just better. All my pieces are better than black's. Queen e2, going to get this rook in the game. Here, bishop here, puts pressure here, pins the knight to the queen. I'm trying to make sure that black cannot move, or is difficult for black to move. Then I shuffle the other rook over. I now have a direct threat of rook takes f5, e takes f5, and queen takes e7. So black captured. I captured the queen with check, and I'm going to be infiltrating f6. King f8, queen f6, more pressure. More and more pressure. c6, and this is how better players win chess games. Queen b6, this is just a spite check. I just shuffled h1, no problem. Here, and here I just played the easy move. I didn't calculate um, um, I didn't actually calculate the best sequence here. I actually have a forced mate from this position. I think in queen here. Oh, this kind of slows down my thing. All right, king here. D takes e6. Capture king here, and queen e5. And this is my coach actually pointed this out to me. I didn't see this in the game, but I think what I did is very good as well, because this is a forced mate into if black doesn't do this, queen rook takes, rook d8, and now there's too much pressure on here, and there's a mate. So let's wrap up what we did. Let's what we just witnessed. Um, h6, yeah, don't reinvent the wheel. That's number one. And the queen's gambit declined as black. Try not to block your c-pawn. You're a lot less flexible. It's a lot harder to get out your pieces. That's number two. Um, be be more patient. Here, queen c2 is um, a lot more patient and puts more pressure and develops piece number three. Don't push pawns in front of your king unless you have a concrete idea. Is that number four? I don't know. I lost count. I can't count. You'll learn this about me. Yeah, I think that's four. Number 4. Get your pieces into play. Don't lock away your army. It's number 5. Otherwise, you're playing with half your army, and yeah, and better players will understand playing with more army than your opponent is a significant advantage in here. Infiltrate. Here, here, and here. So yeah, there's those. Those are 5 good points that you can take. Oh, 5 good lessons you can take away from this video. So I hope you enjoyed it, and that'll be it for today. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.